Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to CTA Quick Bites. My name is Vinay Sharma, and I'm your host for this afternoon. And we have a very, very special guest today. And just to tell you a little bit about her, with almost 2 decades in the hospitality industry, she has an extensive body of work experience, having worked with both the Oberoi Group and the Marriott International at their iconic properties across New Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, and now Bengaluru. Her previous position was at the JW Marriott Mumbai Sahar, a 588-room property where she led the team as director operations and helped position the hotel as one of the top luxury destinations in that city. And the hotel won a lot of accolades and industry recognition under her team support and guidance. She was the winner of the Stelliers South Asia Award for Hotel Manager of the Year 2019, the Business World Hotelier Award for Hotel Manager of the Year again in 2019, and the Most Fabulous Women Leaders in the Hospitality Industry, the Global MICE Congress and Awards 2020. She graduated from the Institute of Hotel Management at Kolkata, post which she enrolled at the OCLD, the Oberoi Center for Learning and Development, for her management training program. And thereafter, she started her career in the hotels. And when she is not working, she loves spending her time with her 3.5-year-old son. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute honor to have amongst us the general manager of the Courtyard by Marriott Bengaluru, Miss Neha Chhabra.
Hi, everybody. Very, very good afternoon. Thank you, Vinay. You've said a lot. I hope I can live up to it in the next few minutes that we have in conversation with with the young leaders who want to be in hospitality. Thank you so much, and it's lovely to be here.
It's an absolute honor to have you, ma'am, amongst us. And I hope I've been able to tell all that you have been able to achieve, though I have really summarized your achievements. So let's begin, ma'am. And of course, really, all the viewers and even me, we want to know your 2 decades in the hotel sector. If you could just take us through the journey.
Sure. Where I am is not what I thought when I was in my class 12. This is not what I wanted to do. In fact, I don't think I really even knew what I wanted to do. I came from a very cosmopolitan background. We never spoke about hotels. We only spoke about dining in hotels. I never spoke about working in hotels. So being here, what I'm doing as general manager is something which I did not think when I started maybe 20 years ago when I passed out of my school and took admission at the Institute of Hotel Management, Kolkata. It wasn't the choice. I want to do economic honors, actually. That's what I wanted to do. And my dream job was to get into Xavier's first and foremost, and then take it from there. But I suppose destiny had other choices. My parents left me to decide what I wanted to do. They said, okay, go explore what you want to do. I went to Delhi, gave interviews in St. Stephen's, Sri Ram, LSR, got through all. But I came back and I said, no, but I didn't like what I saw. This is not what I want to do. I just don't want to go to college, have a great time and come back. I need to do something more. And that's when this hotel management thing had happened. And and I had just given the exam for the sake of understanding how entrance exam is given. We've never done, you've just been in school giving school exams. So like, how does an entrance exam happen? Let's just go and do that. So that's how my foray into hotels happened. I joined by chance. I went and gave my fees by chance because keep some options open. I think I paid some 3-4 places in 3-4 colleges. Yeah, I'll decide where I want to do. So I joined IHM Kolkata, and for the people and the team who's there, I hated it for the first 3 months of my college life. So it was not that I went in and I loved it. So it's not that that you guys will go and you will love hotel management. It's very different. It's not what you learn in school. What you learn in school is very different from what you start in a hotel college. Uh, Suddenly you're learning about food, you're learning about wines, you're learning about how to set up a table, how to make a bed. So 3 months, I kept on thinking whether I was doing the right thing. But then I suppose I started liking what I was doing. It was interesting. It was different. I used to have a lot of conversations with my friends who somebody went to Australia for higher studies, somebody went for law, somebody went to Bhavanipur college. So I had a mix of a lot of friends who did everything other than hotel management, and I think I was the only person from my school from that batch who must have gone into hotel management, because in schools you don't discuss about hotel management, and that's a problem. It's not a
Correct.
career we speak about in hotels. We didn't even know that there is a career in hospitality.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, I suppose if I had a choice, I will go back and introduce a curriculum in 11 and 12 to get people ready that there is a life outside economics, accounts, commerce, psychology. There is a lot more, and it's quite neglected. Having said that, I started enjoying, and something which sort of uh, made me stick around was my industrial training. And the reason I tell all of you about this is because maybe some of you are in training, the audience, some of who are not in training, some of you are in first year may get into training. If you put in your 100%, is you would get it. You would really enjoy your training days, and I was fortunate to do my industrial training at the Oberoi Grand, um, and I gave in my 100%, and I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and I think that was the tipping point in when I realized that I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Mhm.
So my advice to firstly to all of you would be, if you go into a training, don't think it as time pass. Okay, let me work 3 days. 3 days I'll take off or fall ill or whatever. There will be long hours, but you make such good camaraderie. The chefs, the managers who I met during my training, believe me not, I'm still in touch with them after 18 years of being, doing that. So that's how I think my career started with hotels, and then I understood what OCLD is, and then I prepared for it. Nothing happened by chance. I did prepare how much ever I did a little bit. I was the only person in my college who got through the Oberoi Center for Learning and Development, and it was a big deal because I think at that time our hotel schools also didn't know how to prepare us. I wish we had these kind of chat shows in our time, Vinay. I think we would have done so well, much more better than what we are. Uh, yeah, I think what you are doing for the team is very, 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 very good, because we need encouragement, and I never got any uh, because they were not very apt with how to handle it. And it's my friends from hotels, from my industrial training days, who helped me prepare for it. They were the ones who got me to get ready for OCLD, because I had also trained with the Oberoi, so they sort of helped me a lot as to what to prepare and what to expect. And that sort of really that well wishers. Because of those well wishers, I am what I am. Um, and then OCLD happened, and then I worked with the Oberoi group for close to 12 years. And in 2016 is when I moved from the Oberoi's to the Marriott. And a lot of you may want to ask, why would I leave an Oberoi company with Marriott? Oberoi is great. I love that company. It's given me what I have been given. I am what I am because of it, and I would, with a blink of an eye, go back if there is a position suitable. But then I think there is a tipping point in everybody's career where you realize that you need to come out of your comfort zone. You need to do a lot more than what you've been doing. And I felt I was getting very comfortable in my role, in my company, in my people, and that's when I took a leap of faith and joined the JW Marriott. Um, Two different companies, the way they work is extremely different. Both have their pros and cons. Let me put it that way, not one company is perfect. The learning that those 3.5 years gave me at the JW Sahar, in which Vinay spoke about the various clothes and the awards, there was a lot of hard work which went, and it paid off at the end. And then last year I moved to Bengaluru, and I am now heading a Marriott hotel over here. It's a 188 room hotel. Um, I never thought this is what it is to become a general manager. It's a very different phase of life when 200 odd employees are looking up to you for everything. It puts you on stage every day, every minute when you are there. So unlike when you're growing up from an associate to an executive to a manager, over here you are 24/7 being judged or looked at. So yeah, that's my small journey. Um, and yes, married. I have a 3.5-year-old son who I love spending my time with.
Right. Right.
So yeah. So
Right.
that's it about me.
It's been incredible so far, Neha, and we wish you continued success to you in the future as well. Neha, now you spoke about being in a very cosmopolitan family. That was the atmosphere back home. But then, many girls, we're talking about women in hospitality. Many girls, aspiring to join this industry, but probably facing, hindrances at home because a typical mindset of many parents is that my daughter cannot be a server in a hotel, and they don't really look at this as a profession a girl could choose. I'm not saying this about everybody, but then there is a majority who look at it like this. What do you say? What would you say to that?
It will remain because that's how in India we've been brought up. Sadly in India, we have the culture of, even in our houses, and your house, my house, all of it, we have people to help us around to do everything. So what you said is bang on. You cannot change the perception of your parents, but you can convince them that this is a stepping stone. That this is not what I'm going to be doing all my life. Yes, but I need to do everything to be able to reach the top. Like, for example, even if I do a consulting job, I need to start at a grassroots level of where I need to travel every day and go to my clients. If I start a sales job, I need to go door to door and sell my product. So there is a misconception, but it is. But if the person itself is convinced, they are the only ones who can convince their parents. They know them best. That's the only way to do it. We need to start somewhere. We're not going to get out of a college or get out of school and become managers and general managers. Most of our parents have gone through these hardships. They've started at the ground level. While in hospitality, it could start with a server. It could start with a bartender. It could be someone who's cleaning your room. But at the end of the day, if you get them to your place of work, and that is something that you should be proud of. That is a way you can change some misconceptions. Say, yes, you are thinking that I'm serving. Yes, I'm doing that. But come and look at the atmosphere. Look at how we work in camaraderie. Look at how we are one family. There is another family who's supporting us. We are not working as bonded laborers, or we are not just there without any learning. Look at how our day goes. Look at the investment that the person is making in my grooming. Look at my uniform. I'm proud of it. Look at everybody from my manager to the associate at the front level, how we are doing it. That is the change which happens when parents see what you're doing. They become more proud of you. Before they have seen, they've not.
Right. Right. I understand. So all the ladies, are listening to us. So there are some golden nuggets there. Okay. If you really want, I think you have to develop this ability to convince your parents, and then make them proud of what you.
But we are also lucky that all of us have fast forwarded the last 15, 18 years, and the thought processes are more liberal. if I would say.
Right.
Uh, Hospitality has grown by leaps and bounds in the last 18 years. At one point of time, when some of us started, there were only three hotel companies to look up to. Now there are multiple.
Correct.
When we
Correct.
started off, there was no Marriott, there was no Accord, there was no
Right.
IHG.
Right.
And now there is affordable hospitality also. So at 20 years ago, there were only some section of people who could go into hotels. Now there is affordable hospitality where um, you can go. A lot of people can go to many hotels and experience what hospitality is.
Right, right, right. So I think all of this has, of course, brought a bit of a change in the way people
Absolutely.
view hospitality as a career option, right? Uh, how high is the demand, at the entry level for women? How high is the demand for skilled people, skilled women, if I may put it like that? How high is the demand for skilled women at the entry level?
At the entry level, there is a demand for skilled people, be it a man or a woman. Why should we leave away the men? I feel actually a little sad for them at times with so much of focus on women here, women there, that yeah, I feel very soon the men will become a minority. So there is a very, very high demand for skilled uh, people, be it a man or woman. Yes, uh, there is a lot of demand for women also is because if there are 10 people applying, there are only two women in that, or maybe a one. So yes, the demand is for skilled people, but at the end of the day, all companies now are very much more focused on getting some things called diversity, gender inclusion. It's part of it's part of how the company is growing now. That we want to give equal opportunities for all. So companies are making extra efforts to encourage the women to apply. But if we open a position, and this happens to me every single time I open a any position, be it at an entry level or be it at a leadership people, the the ratio of women applying is negligible, if I would say. So the demand is really high, not for the sake that because we want a woman, is because we want to include them in our teams. We want them to be a part of the team. We want that there is gender inclusion in our place of work. It's healthy. We want to create that healthy environment so that if one woman comes in, doesn't feel singled out and say, "Oh, I'm 1 out of 20." It should be okay. I'm 5 out of 10.
Hmm. I
So
get
that's
it.
the reason we there is a demand for women, is because we want more because we want to equalize it.
Right, right, right. Uh, I'll talk about another misconception which a lot of people have is that they feel that hotels might not be the safest place for their daughters to go and work. And I want you to refute that misconception, please.
It is not hotels. I think it's just that our world has become quite unsafe. But the kind of policies now hotels have, hospitality have, or companies have is mind blowing. Almost every hotel company gives accommodation to women. Um, they get drops in the night post it becoming dark. There is a lot of effort given in creating their comfort zone, be it their lockers or be it their bunkers, to make them feel comfortable. Uh,
Right.
I think the most being in a hotel is more safer than being outside on the road at the moment, because you have a huge family to take care of you. A case in point, we've gone through an entire pandemic, we've gone through entire COVID, and while a lot of companies have their own thing, for 2 months when there was COVID, we housed every employee, be it a man or a woman, in the hotel, in our rooms. We took care of them. We gave them food. Even if somebody contracted it, we didn't ask them to leave. We took care of them. We got them doctors. We got them oxygen cylinders in our premises, and we sort of take care of them. So there is a lot of efforts that hotels, hospitality companies on a whole is giving on employees because they need to be feel safe, they need to feel secure, they need to feel good about their place of work.
Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Uh, my next question is, of course, again, nothing against anyone, but then when it comes to uh, working in the hospitality industry, we need people with with the soft skills required to be able to perform in this industry. Do you think the ability to be hospitable comes more naturally to women rather than men?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a misconception. It is. I have a lot of men working in my team, and they're equally hospitable, and they're equally great in what they do. Um,
Right.
so absolutely, absolutely not. I think I would refute that. But there is a sense of a smile of a woman goes a longer way than a smile of a man, if I may put it that way. So yeah, sometimes you need them for the comfort. But I think both men and women do an equally great job in this field. And both have their nuances in them as to what makes them good.
Right. Right. Okay. Point taken. Right.
I am.
My next.
You can come back to hotels, Vinay. Your job is not at stake. Don't worry.
Thank you so much for saying that. Uh, you hold a position of such a high responsibility, which means giving a lot of time to your work. Um, how do you manage your work and your personal life? How do you balance it? You have a young son. How do you balance it?
The key to balancing is have a great team. You need to build your team, and that takes a lot of time. So investing in the right talent, in the right training, and getting your team on board is very, very important.
Mhm.
Um, the balance happens not by the number of hours that you put in. Balance happens with how much of time you're able to give to your work and how much of time you're able to give to your son or to your husband or to at home. There are days which will be long, but there are days you can take out time for them. There are days where your family needs you more than your workplace. So that's how the balance happens, is when you know in your time that in your head that it is not about the 8, 9, 10 hours that you're working. It is about giving your 100% to work and giving your 100% to your family. And the balance happens automatically. It just flows in.
Right.
And
Right.
that's not for
Right.
hotels. And I think that's the thing for um everywhere. Means I have friends, I have family who are with IT, who are with training, human resources, consulting, um, and I see long hours for all industries.
Yes.
It's a yes, there is hospitality has long hours when everybody is enjoying you're working, uh, but I see that for most of the industries now. There
Yeah.
are
Right.
deadlines. There are yeah. There are calls midnight. You're on a US time or on a UK time. Um, I think the other industries struggle more with work-life balance than we do.
I guess so. I was just about to say that. That I think normally people associate only hotels with long hours, but I think it's everywhere. It's
Yeah,
everywhere, I guess. It's
yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely.
So as a general manager and that too of such a reputed brand, what is the most challenging aspect of being a GM?
Something which I said in the start is that you are on stage 24/7. Um,
Yes.
uh, you are not running more a hotel. You're running a great family. You're taking care of a great family of people. which includes your internal as well as your external stakeholders. And the fact that 24/7 you are on stage and people look at you for everything, be it a gratitude, be it a recognition, or be it a problem, sort of keeps you on the hook all the time. I think that's the most challenging thing, to be able to do the right thing at the right time at the right place, uh, without losing your head over it, and keeping your calm. I think that's the most important thing. But when you're responsible for so many team members, uh, you always have that sense of uh, sense of trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing for them.
Right. 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 Okay, so a lot of our viewers are either on the threshold of starting their careers in the hospitality industry. Some may be just starting to work, and all aspiring to reach senior positions in this industry. What advice would you give them?
Join this industry only if you're passionate about it. If you don't have the passion, don't join it. And that's to do with every career. If you feel that picking up a plate, or which we still do when the restaurants get busy, or making a room, which we still do when our hotels are starting to sell out, if that's not what you're comfortable doing, and genuinely to take care of your team and your guests, then that's really not the job for you. Maybe there's something else. So have the passion to know what you're doing. If you're going to get out of bed every day thinking, oh, there's that, oh, another day at work, it won't work. It's better to cut off and go somewhere else.
Right, right. And if I ask you, because I really feel like asking you this question, because a lot of viewers are like our students or trainees. For you, what is the difference between a good hospitality, or maybe like, let's say they are appearing, they're applying, to join a hotel. What for you would be the difference between a good candidate and a great candidate?
Good candidate and a great candidate.
Great candidate.
A good candidate looks smart, speaks well. A great candidate looks smart, speaks well, and has done his homework and come. There is a lot of candidates who we meet who just walk into the room thinking, okay, they're great, and they're good because they have a good personality. They know what they are talking about, but they haven't done their homework. They haven't done their homework for the position that they're applying for. They haven't done their homework for the hotel or the company they are applying for. They haven't done the homework of what to expect out of this role. If you're going to walk in with that kind of a thought process, you've set yourself for failure already. Because when you will join, you'll say, oh, this is not what I wanted. I wanted X, but I got Y. So a little bit of homework is very, very important. Before you apply for anything, be it even for a traineeship or an internship, where you are going to get into, what kind of a hotel are you applying for? Are you applying for a leisure kind of a hotel? Are you applying for a corporate kind of a hotel? What is it that you expect out of the job or the internship that you're applying for? Is very important to make sure that both of us match. That's the difference between good and great.
Right. Ma'am, we are getting questions, okay? And one of the questions that people are asking is, the future, because a lot of people feel that with the pandemic, okay, the kind of effect it has had on our industry, they're talking about in the future as a hotel professional, like what is the future if they take up career in hotels?
While a lot of industries have been affected by the pandemic and COVID, there is absolutely no rebuting the fact that hospitality has been affected the most. A lot of jobs have been lost, and it's lost everywhere. It's because of the fact that when there is no work, what are we going to do with people? But having said that, Hotels are not closing down. Work needs to go on. The companies need to make money. The ownership needs to make money. The shareholders need to make money. So it is bouncing back. It has bounced back. Considering the fact that the viewership over here are people who are still starting off, or in the threshold of doing it, this is the right time to go, because you can only go up. You're not going to go down. And there is dearth of great manpower in the industry across the board. And a couple of people who in case are trying to get jobs or trainings. If you research any hotel or any hotel company, you'll find pages and pages of open positions already for every company already. So the future is only going to be brighter. It cannot be bleaker than what it's already been. If you would have had this conversation 1 year ago, it was really bleak.
Right.
But we've passed that bleak past, and now the future is only going to shine.
Right. Right. So we are seeing a weak curve. Okay. So all those viewers who had this question. Okay. So we are only going up from here. We can't go down from here. Not at all.
It's been so bad. We are at rock bottom. You can only go up now.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. 18 years, ma'am. And what makes you the most proud of the last 18 years that you have been in this industry? What makes you the most proud? What are you proud of?
So after I had my son, and getting back to work, I almost half thought that I don't want to get back to work. A lot of things change in one's life, and it was my husband who pushed me and said, no doing. If you sit at home, I will sit at home. That can't happen. So that can't happen. So I pushed myself, and I think I've been the most proud because of the fact that I pushed myself, got back in 7 months. Yeah, 7 months. I was back at work. The energy that got into me was so infectious that I couldn't believe myself that what I was doing. And it sort of relates to the question that you spoke about, balance, work life. Is I realized I can do it. I can do it. There is no two ways why I can't do it. And I think from that time till the time I left that hotel was the proudest part of my career, because a being able to handle a very busy hotel and be trying to bring up a toddler and taking care of your home sort of makes you very proud of the fact that if you can do this, you can do anything else now. So that year has been a very proud year for me, to be able to get back with the bang.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's so nice to even hear, and to have done it. I think it is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. We've exceeded the format, the 30-minute format that we normally have, but we could have carried on, but we'll leave it here for now. And we hope we can get you back again someday to discuss more things about hospitality and careers in hospitality. But for now, thank you so much. Absolute honor, ma'am, to have you amongst us and to have spoken to all our young viewers and aspirants. I think it will do a lot of good to them. And for you to have taken time out for this, thank you so much. And we wish you all the best and congratulations on all the awards and the accolades that.
Thank you so much, Vinay. Thank you, Vinay, and the others who are on the call. Right. It's been excellent to speak to all of you. We should catch up again, and I want to convince a lot of you to get into food and beverage. We need people in food and beverage. We need girls in food and beverage. We need women in food and beverage. So I hope we can get some of your students as F&B leaders.
So right. So all the viewers and CTIans, I'm not going to convey this. You are hearing it from a general manager. Okay. So you know what you have to do. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Miss Neha Chhabra there. General Manager, Courtyard by Marriott Bengaluru Hebbal, and I think she spoke some wonderful, wonderful words and some golden nuggets there, which could help you in your career uh, as you go forward. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Okay, and please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you again on Wednesday at 2 p.m. with another guest of ours. Till then, please take care of yourself. I am Vinay Sharma, signing off for now. Please take care of yourself and bye.